First of all, this is a very exciting time. It's year 2 for me. Year 1, I was figuring things out, and obviously these guys were figuring things out. We were growing. We were kind of getting a culture developed, and now our culture's here. And I'm fired up about how it's going to be displayed this season. Absolutely love the guys that we have returning. Love the guys we were able to go out and add. We have some young guys that we redshirted that are going to get their chance to play. And I just think one of the things that's really exciting, the workouts in the spring and summer workouts, it's pretty cool to, have these two guys here that already know all the drills. And they've already taken on a major leadership role, and that can only come from experience. And, we didn't have that last year. Now we do. So excited about what we're going to be able to do, excited about the league, excited about our non-conference schedule, excited that we have more time to practice and get ready. So I think it's going to be a fun year. I think it's going to be a lot of excitement. There's going to be some challenges. I think we're going to have a lot more competitive games. And I just can't wait to see what these guys are going to do and how we're going to make this city proud this season. So, let's go, beacon up, see the light. Let's get to work. It's time to do this, and we're going to do it in an exciting way this season. Can't wait.
Cooper, how have you grown the most from your freshman year to sophomore year as a player and a person?
I feel like just the experience, like coming in last year, I didn't know what to expect. I knew Coach Powell a little bit. I'd never spent a year with him. Same thing with Darius, all my teammates, and it's like, it's only my second year now, but I'm probably one of the more experienced guys on a roster just with how much I played and being here the year before, so I know what he expects. And like you said, even the drills, I know, what most of them are. So I feel like that experience and leadership kind of thing would probably be where I say I grew the most this past year, because I've experienced it all. And I feel like, they're looking to me as more of a leader on the team now. So I feel like embracing that role and learning how to communicate and talk to other guys who are new and might not know everything, I feel like that's probably one of the biggest places I've grown.
Roger, how has he grown as a player in the offseason that you've seen? What has he added to his game that you're excited to go to work with?
Well, I don't know if he's grown any more inches, but I can tell you he's put on about 15 more pounds. And I think that's going to be great. Being a freshman last year, very physical league, I think the weight that he's put on is going to really help him this season. But then, just the confidence factor. Last year he scored 20 points, 28 points, and he'd be surprised. Now, there's no more surprising. There's nothing more to be surprised about. Like, he's a really good player, and I think he's understanding that. And I think he's excited about taking on the challenge of being a guy that is one of the best players in this league. And, our goal and the whole team's goal is one day to have him be the best player in this league. So that's what he's chasing now, and I think it's a new level of maturity and focus and grit that is going to be displayed this season. I'm excited for our fans to see that.
Darius, you're like a throwback of being at the same place for 4 years. Do you take pride in the fact that you came here, you stuck it out through a coaching change, and now you've evolved into this really excellent point guard in the Valley?
Yeah, I think that's unique about me, that I've been at the same school for 4 years. Not a lot of players nowadays are doing that, at the whole transfer portal and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think I kind of just bet it on myself to stay. Then when Coach Powell came, grew a relationship with him and the staff and the players, and he trusted me and I put my trust in him and the staff, and then kind of blossomed into a good point guard. So, just trusting myself and then doing that.
Coach Powell, your team went 7-25 last year. In what ways has your team been working to improve in the offseason and continue working to improve until your first game this year?
Well, thanks for reminding me about that. I'll try to forget that. No, I'm just joking. I think going winning 7 games, and a lot of games that we lost were some close games. We had leads late, and we didn't have the experience and the ability to kind of hold on to some of those leads. I think it gives these guys a little more of a chip on their shoulder, especially the returners. I think that in itself is going to be something that's helped us and will help us as we go into the season. Like, the motivation shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard to get motivated when you think about all the games that we gave up last season, and you think about our roster last year. Now, with that being said, we got some more experience. We got some good transfers. These guys have gone through a season. So, I think we're going to have that taste. We're going to have that feel when we start games. And we're going to want to win a lot of those games. And a lot of these teams that played us last year, we were picked 12th in the league. They didn't pick us to win any games. We won 3. We still remember that. We remember those teams. I think there was a comment last year, said, hey, this is the year that you should want to play Valpo twice. We don't forget things like that. And for me, I'm very competitive, and these guys are very competitive. So, I look forward to matching up with some of those teams, some of those programs that didn't respect us like we feel like they should have. We're excited about it, and I think these guys have really taken that upon themselves to, win some of those games next year.
Thank you. Where do you think that your team can go this year, and how good can you guys be?
That's a loaded question. I think we'll be competitive. I think we'll be really competitive. Now, are we an NCAA tournament team? Are we going to win 30 games? I don't know. I've been a part of teams like that. But I do think every game, this team is going to compete. And I think this team has a chance to have a winning season. I think we have all the tools and all the experience and the players and the talent to be able to, to do that. And, as you know, in this league in Missouri Valley, if you can win half your games, give yourself a good seed in the conference tournament, who knows what can happen from there. And, I believe in these guys. They know how much confidence I have in them. I have crazy confidence in every single player in my program. And I have crazy confidence that we can make it into a tournament. But the reality is it's game by game, day by day, practice by practice, and that's our focus. We want to win today, we'll win tomorrow, and then when we start playing games, we want to compete and give ourselves a chance to win every single game we play. And one of the things that we want to do is we want to protect our home court. We want to make this place special again. I was a part of some special environments. I was a part of some sellout crowds. I was a part of some top 25 type victories in this gym. That's what this team wants to bring back. It's not going to be easy, but we're motivated to do it.
With Cooper and Darius as 2 of your top returners, how are you expecting them to help lead the team this year?
Just their experience alone. I think that's something that, they know what the league is like. Cooper, this kid had no Division I offers coming into college, which is nuts. It's crazy to think of that. None. He ends up being freshman of the year in the Valley. Probably considered one of the best players coming back. This guy averaged 1 point a game before, I coached him last year. He averaged 8 and 5 assists. That's unbelievable. Broke records, assist records. So, I think that alone, they understand how good they are, and they understand what their capacity is, but there's still a lot more in the tank. And, I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited to see these guys, after a year of experience, be great. I think they're going to be great. I can't wait to see it and be a part of it.
Coach Powell, obviously you've talked about, you already mentioned this before, but lots of new people to this team, lots of new additions, as well as a lot of core returners. Just what has the adjustment been like, and how's the team dynamic as you start heading into the season?
It's been pretty cool to see, to experience, to watch. I talked to the guys the other day, our program, we talk about this as transformational. It's not transactional. Nowadays in college basketball, college athletics, there's a lot of transactions going on. We try to prize ourselves on not being by the book and being transformational. And one thing that I think has been evident of that is how fast this team has connected. We have multiple transfers. We got some freshmen. We got a few guys coming back. But, man, they're close friends. And they hang out a ton. They spend time together. And they're extremely connected. And, all the great teams I've been a part of, my times at Illinois, Gonzaga, even my 5 years here with Bryce, teams that are connected usually have that extra boost and that edge to close out a close game. And I think that connectivity is kind of being built quicker. And it's been fun to watch.
Thank you. And then Cooper, last year, the MVC Freshman of the Year. Just what are your goals for your sophomore season, and what are some hopes you have for the rest of the team?
I think team goals are kind of more where my mind's at. I want to have a winning season, obviously. I want to obviously do better than last year I kind of have a goal. I want to win 20 games. I think that would be cool. And I want to play good enough to where everyone in St. Louis at the end of the year can get an award themselves, kind of like Indiana State did last year. They had multiple guys going up getting things. So I think that'd be cool for us. And then for myself, I want to be all-conference first team, so one of the best players in the league. I think it's really probably it. And then, team goal, I think it'd be awesome to win conference and win the conference championship. So team goal, my goals.
Darius, I talked to numerous of your teammates today, and kind of the resounding theme was, this is Darius's last year. We want to make sure that he goes out with a smile on his face. What does that mean to you that even some of these guys who you've only known for 4 or 5 months are saying that they want to make sure that you leave this place happy?
Yeah, it means a lot. Me and Coach Kyle had a conversation early in the summer, just that kind of want to remember each moment that goes by to see whether that's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Just take this last year in and really soak it all in as my last year. But, just from you talking to my teammates, them saying that really means a lot as well. Kind of each practice that goes by, you kind of like think about like that was my last training camp in the summer and stuff like that. But then really once I think the game started, my mind still would just be on winning games. And then after the season, we'll see where it goes.
Roger, I got to ask the Isaiah Stafford question. Where's he at right now? Is the idea that he won't play this year? Is the idea that he might play this year? Kind of how are you approaching him right now?
He's progressing pretty good. The other day he jumped off bird and touched the rim with 2 hands, so that's good. Man, my goodness, our trainers, Morgan and Seamus, they're doing an unbelievable job and just, rehabbing him and pushing him. He's running now. So, I think with him it's a day-to-day thing. We want to make sure that he's fully healthy, he's fully confident in his knee. And for me, I'm more about the players here. I really care about my guys. I want to win every game we play, and I want to put the best players on the court. But I care about their futures, and so I'm not going to jeopardize that. I don't care about pressure of playing a kid if it means he'll have a better career after he leaves here. And hopefully if he didn't play this year, he'll have an awesome season for us next year. So, I really want to be sensitive to that, making sure that I take care of Isaiah Stafford. And Valpo basketball will be okay, but I'm not going to rush a kid back if I feel like it can jeopardize him in any way.
And we haven't talked specifically about the non-conference schedule yet. What were you trying to lay out, just overall look at this with what you were trying to put together for your schedule?
I wanted to have some really good marquee games. Obviously, Ohio State going there would be a big-time game for us, playing against my good friend who was an assistant here, Jake. I'm so excited for him. And obviously, that's my brother. December 17th, he won't be. I'm just joking. But I think it's going to be an awesome challenge for us to play against a Big Ten team on the road, to be in an environment like that. Really fired up about playing DePaul. Hopefully you can kind of get some type of rivalry there. Playing in Chicago, which is not that far for us. Our fans can travel to that game. And then this first game that we're playing, with AIA, AIA means a ton to me. It's a great organization. I've coached 3 athletes in action teams overseas, so to be able to be a part of them opening their new arena, playing against Liberty, which is another faith-based school that's had a ton of success. Those are 3 very competitive games for us. I love those games for our guys to give us a challenge before we get into conference. And then, all those other games in between. These are some good games. Cleveland State, we've had so many rivals with them. They've been really good. It's a good challenge. Eastern Illinois and Northern Illinois, and get Central Michigan back here. We had a battle with them. We were down a lot and came back and made it a really close game. Western Michigan on the road. These are all games that I think are challenging, but I think those are some winnable games. So, I wanted to put together a schedule that challenged us, but was not, over the top, where we can get some wins, we can have some confidence kind of going into conference, because, Missouri Valley is a bear. Every single night is a battle. So I love it. We got a lot of home games for our fans to be able to watch us play at home. So I thought we did a good job scheduling, and looking forward to get going, but we got some work to do because these games are going to be some battles for us.
Cooper, when the schedule came out, was there anything that your eyes went to right away, and 1 or 2 that you were very excited about?
I really don't think so, honestly. I mean, Ohio State, because that's probably the biggest, Big Ten school. So I'd probably say that'd probably be the one. I always look forward to those games and seeing how we do against a team like that. So I'd probably say I'm looking forward to that one.
And Darius, I want to switch gears for my final question. A Valpo former point guard great, Eric Buggs, reached out to me a couple weeks ago and had told me that you guys had kind of struck up some conversations and had a little bit of a relationship. And he was just complimenting you and whatever. How did that come about? And kind of maybe you don't want to go too deep, but what's that relationship been like for you?
It's been good. He's a former point guard here, so it's nice to reach out to alumni and former players and just get their insight on things and stuff like that. And obviously he's a coach right now, and that's something I want to do later in life. So we had a good conversation about just his path playing at Valpo and what he does now. So that's how it worked.